Of course, a few weeks ago we covered the libs or the not libs of TikTok, the Planet Fitness incident with the woman entering the Planet Fitness locker room with a phone to record a trans woman who was shaving at the sink. Now, I'm not. I don't disagree that it's kind of bizarre to shave at a gym sink. I don't know if that's like a normal thing to do. I don't use the locker rooms and stuff in gyms, so I'm not sure if that's like normal behavior in a gym locker room. But regardless of whether it is or isn't, there's no reason to record somebody or take pictures of them in the locker room. That I think that's breaking a social contract of use, and the woman rightly got kicked out of Planet Fitness. So since then, Libs of TikTok went kind of viral with it. And I think that was the woman's intention when she posted the video, was that Libs of TikTok would pick it up about her getting kicked out of Planet Fitness. But they did, of course. And now we have bomb threats. Bomb threats against Planet Fitness. Dozens of locations across the country have reported bomb threats since the gym began receiving viral attention. This is reporting by Alyssa Tyrell, and this is from Media Matters. In early March, the accounts, Libs of TikTok, initiated an ongoing campaign against the Planet Fitness, demanding a boycott in retaliation for the gym's trans-inclusive locker room policy. Although the company's share prices appear to have largely recovered, at least 48 locations of Planet Fitness have reported hoax bomb threats in recent weeks, continuing what has been a trend of violent threats against institutions targeted by the account. More Libs of TikTok bullshit, are we right? Every freaking time. And let's see here. Libs of TikTok's campaign against Planet Fitness began after a member of the gym's Fairbanks, Alaska location reached out with a complaint about a man shaving in the women's bathroom. March 11th, Libs of TikTok shared the video of a customer complaining that there had been a man shaving in the women's bathroom of her Planet Fitness location. The post also included a photo of the person referenced in the video. On March 12th, Libs of TikTok shared a screenshot of an email exchange between the customer and Planet Fitness, in which the gym responded to the complaint by restating its trans-inclusive locker room policy. March 14th, Libs of TikTok posted a video of the same customer claiming that her membership had been revoked. Yes, for taking pictures of people in the locker room. Your membership gets revoked for that shit. That's expected. March 15th, Libs of TikTok post a screenshot of Planet Fitness trans-inclusive change in room policy and called for a boycott of the gym. As the post gained viral traction, Planet Fitness released a statement reiterating the gym's trans-inclusive policy and urging staff to address discomfort and foster a climate of understanding. The gym also clarified that the members who posted on social media violated our mobile device policy that prohibits taking photos of individuals in the locker room, which resulted in the membership being terminated. So they're very clear about what policy was violated. It's about you taking pictures of people in the locker room. It does not matter who it is. You cannot take pictures. You take your phone out in there and start snapping pictures of anybody. I don't care if it's the janitor coming in to change the trash bins out. You don't get to snap their picture in the bathroom, in the locker room, wherever, in the changing room, in the shower, any of those places. On March 20th, Libs of TikTok cited a Daily Mail story to claim that the account's activism had resulted in $400 million losses in value for the gym. Right-wing media took their cue from Libs of TikTok, as they always do, peppering in further anti-trans rhetoric and sometimes invoking the backlash that followed Bud Light's partnership with trans influencer Dylan Mulvaney. Not a show goes by where we don't say Dylan's name. Obviously, we've gone this way without saying she who must not be named, but that needs to be the first week we've gone the whole time without saying she who must not be named, unless it's in Steph's reporting or in And Ember's, no, it wasn't in any Ember's reporting. So yeah, I think we're going to make a whole episode without that person coming up. As they repeated the story across cable news, online outlets, and podcasts, which have no accountability for telling the truth, like this jackass right here. You'll notice this dude right here, this diaper fetishist that does Nazi diaper fighting rings. The guy, this guy loves him some fertile 16-year-olds. That guy is who's saying this stuff. Yeah. On Fox News, Outkick's Charlie Arnold claimed that if your identity as a trans, you must have something mentally wrong with you in the first place, and stated that she hoped to see their stock plummet even more, all the way to zero, perhaps. Outkick, a Fox Corp outlet, also published an article titled "Americans are starting the Bud Light Planet Fitness." are starting to, but it's weird to say, but they're starting to Bud Light Planet Fitness, like the action is Bud Lighting somebody. But I don't know if the Bud Light campaign really did anything. I don't think it did really. People like to look at their normal ups and downs of their stocks or whatever and say, hey, yeah, see this little dip right here? That was our boycott, but it doesn't look any different than any of the other ups and downs to me. Urging similar backlash against the gym. And we can look at that at some point if you want to argue with me, if you want to come into my comments down below and say, nope, it was a real impact. We're going to go over the numbers because I actually was following this pretty close on Twitter and retweeting it. So I have all those bookmarked about the supposed stock slumps with the Bud Light. The following day, in a segment dedicated to the cancellation of Planet Fitness, Matt Walsh argued that the gym's gender-inclusive policy was untenable because nobody has a gender identity. He compared the gym to Bud Light and referred to its policy as indefensibly stupid, reckless, and dangerous. Experts maintain that Planet Fitness brand is financially stable despite controversy. However, some investment litigation firms have begun encouraging shareholders to participate in an investigation of the gym, specifically referencing backlash against Bud Light in their announcement. So there's not even anybody looking into this. Somebody is encouraging litigation firms to look into this. Oh, this is just the worst. They're just the worst, I swear. In the subsequent weeks, Libs of TikTok has continued to post about the gym, attempting to generate outrage by accusing Planet Fitness of a range of offenses, including discriminating against white people, grooming kids, putting a mentally ill man's delusion before women's safety, and allowing people to act out their sexual fetishes in public. The account has published dozens of posts of the gym, garnered thousands of reposts, and seemingly caused both hashtag boycott Planet Fitness and Planet Fitness to trend. A series of bomb threats have followed against Planet Fitness, of course, because it's Libs of TikTok. What can't be Libs of TikTok without threats of explosions? I laugh to keep from crying, my dudes. Oh. Continuing what has become a trend of violent threats against the institutions targeted by the account. In addition to the Fairbanks, Alaska location that reported a threat on March 15th, at least 4 locations in or around Providence, Rhode Island, 4 locations in or around Jackson, Mississippi, many locations in Connecticut, including East Haven and Hamden Gym, and 6 locations in Wayne County, Michigan, have investigated similar threats since the campaign began. Update from today. Since Media Matters first published the article on April 5th, at least 31 additional bomb threats against Planet Fitness have been reported. 31 bomb threats. Is this an epidemic? Are we going to take this seriously? Is anybody going to take this seriously? Are we going to do something about it? This account on Twitter, very well-known account, Libs of TikTok. Where she points, bomb threats follow. Persistently, let's do something about it. Let's make a change. 3 Planet Fitness locations in Fairbanks, Daphne, and Mobile, Alabama were targeted with bomb threats on the 6th of April. 7 Planet Fitness locations in or around Jacksonville, Florida reported bomb threats on the 8th of April. A Planet Fitness location in Norwich, Connecticut was evacuated following a reported bomb threat, marking at least the 3rd time in a week the gyms in the state have been targeted. That was on the 7th. 3 threats were reported against Planet Fitness locations in Milford, Delaware, Seaford, Delaware, and West Ocean City, Maryland on the 6th and then the 18th. A Planet Fitness location received a bomb threat in Overland Park, Kansas on the 7th. 2 Planet Fitness locations in Princeton, Georgia. Or sorry, not Princeton, Georgia. In Prince George's County, Maryland. Surprised Georgia hasn't popped up on the list. But yeah, in Prince George's County, Maryland, reported bomb threats made via email. 3 locations in Fargo, Moorhead, and Grand Fork, North Dakota reported bomb threats on the 9th. 7 Planet Fitness locations in Virginia reported bomb threats, including threats on a gym in Charlottesville that caused 2 businesses to evacuate and temporarily shut down. It was on the 8th, 9th, and 10th that they were shut down. A Planet Fitness location in Kahului, maybe, Hawaii, reported bomb threats on the 11th, and 3 Planet Fitness locations in Shreveport, Louisiana, reported bomb threats on the 17th. Bringing you this now fresh right off. This was just published right before we went live about these new updates. This is what's happening in the world just because a company wants to be trans inclusive. This is what we're dealing with. This is the chapter we're in. It's time to pick sides. And this was reported also by today by Pink News, Chantel Bilson. So whichever one you prefer, they both reported on it. So you can pick your poison as far as sources.